So if you've played Hearthstone at all over the last few days, you've probably seen that there are a lot of spell mages on the ladder. So here I have expertly constructed the deck to counter spell mages. So we've got 2 Ogre-Mancers, 2 Crossroads Watchpost, and 2 Cult Neophyte. Just as many things as we can find to punish the opponent for playing spells. We've also got Far Watchpost because that deck draws a ton of cards, and at this point we've got 2 Watchposts, so let's just go all in with the Morshan Watchpost, which is not good against Mage, but we do sometimes play against non-Mage decks. And then we get to play a Rally package, we get to play Cargill Battlescar, very nice. Outside of that, we mostly just have some good priest cards, some new stuff like Condemn, Thrive in the Shadows. We've got Zyrella in here, Venomous Scorpid as another 3-drop for our Rally. We've got some good stuff going on. But mostly, we just want to punish the opponent for playing spells. Another mage. How unexpected. Well, none of these are my bully cards, so we will toss them. Alright, very good bully hand. Alright, Cthulhu for the opponent. That should indicate Spell Mage. I didn't draw my only 1 mana card, which is very unlucky. But I will settle for the Crossroads Watchpost. Alright, 3 mana Incanter's Flow. I would actually still rather they just not ever draw that card, even if it's 3 mana. Oh, wow. Sure. Interesting play from the opponent. Oh, this curve is beautiful. I love it. Not really sure if I'm specifically locking out any 3 mana spells here, though. I guess like Netherwind Portal. Arcane Intellect. There are some things I could block here. That's fine. Alright, try me. Do something cute this turn. This is gonna be the biggest freaking desk imp you've ever seen. As long as it's not Mirror Entity, I'm pretty happy. And it actually does look like my opponent wanted to play that 3 mana spell last turn, so... Good job, Cult Neophyte. I don't think there are any scary face secrets, so we just go face and play Ogre-Mancer. Unfortunately, that looked like it might have been a Mauve Cthulhu. There we go, excellent. We just bully the opponent every turn and they leave the game. Perfect. Ike. The Ike? Seems... Why did I mulligan an Ogre-Mancer? Definitely should have kept one of them. Yeah. Hand is not looking great. Okay, that's good. That's fine, I think. Well, there's my Ogre-Mancer. These are all kind of shit. I don't really know what I'm looking for, though. I'll just take another Thrive for next turn, I guess. Alright, none of the OP 2 drops. Well, let's try this again. Let's just take a second renew for the Xyrella at this point. Wandmaker is a welcome draw. Alright, that's a lot of healing for the Xyrella. Probably too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend a renew here. Power Word Fortitude is going to cost 5. Can maybe put it on the Ogremancer on turn 6. The Rally is pretty bad still. Shadowward Rune is... I mean, Shadowward Rune is okay, but I think I like the Power Word Fortitude, actually. Oh, this card actually counts itself. Interesting. That does make it quite a bit better. It's basically a 7 mana card instead of an 8 mana card. Sure. Finally get to play my Ogremancer, but might be a little late since I didn't have any of the punishing cards to curve into it. I have seen the Devolving Missiles though, so maybe if I make this a 6/12, it's just impossible to kill. That's big. If I kill this, this goes down to 1 health, and then I can heal it for 7, so it's a 6/8. 6/8 seems fine. Could have played like Renew for 1 extra healing on it, but it doesn't really seem necessary. Sure. I might just heal this for 5 and then Xyrella here. Pretty good tempo play. Maybe Renew gives me another option. Gift of Luminance. Alright, I think I play Gift of Luminance here. Look at all these beautiful tutus. Holy Nova's pretty good against ogres. Cycle of Hatred is also pretty good against ogres. Alright, the ogre is dead. It's all ogre now. Well, this play is kind of bad. But I'm gonna Xyrella for 1 here. It is the best way to clear the board. It's tempo, because I get to play a 4/4, and I dump my hand a bit for Malagos next turn. Well, there's a watch post for my Battle Scar, but I'm pretty sure this is a Malagos turn. Alright, I drew a lot of good stuff here. Hopefully I don't overdraw my last Cthulhu piece. Although I'm not really sure if this is going to come down to a Cthulhu. But it certainly makes me feel better to have it in my hand. Alright, so, I mean, Soul Mirror is pretty nice, because I can, like, Soul Mirror and Condemn. I get a bunch of frozen water elementals, but they are still water elementals. I mean, yeah, that pretty much seems like the play. Heart of Cthulhu just does damage to the minions I already have. I guess the question is whether or not I'm playing Raise Dead this turn. At this point, I'm mostly just getting a bunch of 2/2s, so I'd probably hold off. Also, my Reliquary got transformed, so even if I hit that, it wouldn't be playable here. My board is so frozen. Hopefully no more, Cycle of Hatreds. Sure. Easy dub for Malagos here. Yep, 3/1 Water Elemental, just like I said. Of course that would be the winner. So what does my rally even do? I don't think I have a 3 or a 1 for rally, so it's pretty terrible. So I guess that means I'm playing Raised Dead just to find shit to do this turn. Ogremancer. Alright, those are fine to pick up. The Zyrella is a bit hard to support, but can always just make her deal 2 damage. The Watch Post is pretty garbage, but it makes a 5/5 for later. My opponent is not quite as close to the bottom of their deck as I thought they were. Slightly concerning. I don't actually know how the second deck of Lunacy works. Does it turn to Grand Slam into... I mean, it just keeps everything at the same level, doesn't it? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Well, Crossroads Watchpost is good, but a little bit late. But just like the Morshan Watchpost, it does give me another 5/5 in the future. So I believe I'm up to 3 5/5s out of Kargol now. They got a Spring Water off Lunacy.
I'm almost out of cards. Time runs out on me.
Alright, there's my Maw of Cthulhu. Unless I feel like I can just play Kargol here, which maybe I can. My opponent would be showing 12. I don't know, I could pretty easily die to some random shit. It would need to be 7 damage though if I heal. I think I'm gonna take the more passive line here. Let's hope I don't regret it. Devouring Plague is really good with Zyrella. Yeah, I think I can just fatigue my opponent here. But, I mean, I guess it depends what those big spells are. Not sure how many into Grand Slams I can beat. Interesting. That's so confusing. What does that mean? I don't feel like my opponent can have something reactive that, like, punishes me for playing Cargill. I don't know. Maybe I'm throwing the game by playing something here when it seems like my opponent didn't have a play, but I don't really know what it could be. And I have 3 AoEs in my hand, so seems fine. Okay, that does make a lot of sense to be one of the cards. But it's not a card that I, like, lose the game to, right? This could be another Cycle of Hatred, but I don't lose the game to that either. Just a nice, straight-up Heart of Cthulhu. And then, I'll play Rally, sure, why not? Nice. Yeah, I could have beat 1 to Grand Slam still. Maybe 2? 2 would have been pushing it, though.
Anduin versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
The light shall bring victory.
Good hand. We have 2 cards that punish Mage, so we will keep both of them.
Hello.
Greetings.
Wand Maker's also just generally a nice pickup. Oh, Coin Deck of Lunacy? Coin Incanter's Flow? Coin Deck of Lunacy. Love to see it. Alright, well, easy watch post here. I think the Scorpid is better than the Wand Maker here. I can just play Power Infusion next turn and start smacking with it. The 2 heals are, like, kind of okay. I feel like Power Infusion is pretty nice to have. Make one of these Ogre-Mancers really hard to deal with. Well, that's terrifying. I'm just gonna drop the Power Infusion here. 9 health poisonous minion is pretty spooky. Alright, looks like the watch post survives another turn. Unless my opponent just did this for no reason. Alright. Easy Ogremancer, I think? I don't know, it's kind of nice to play, like, Watch Post into Ogremancer. Kind of offsets my opponent's spell damage as well. I don't know, they're both really good here. Ogremancer's a little bit better for my mana. I mean, I could also go, like, Hero Power Wand Maker, but I think that's a bit slow. Just for a far watch post. I think the watch post is better than the Ogremancer here, but I'm not entirely sure. If this Scorpion just keeps getting bigger and bigger, it's going to be impossible to deal with. Okay. Not sure how I feel about that. Compared to the Ogremancer dying, that is. I miss my far watch post already. Sure. My opponent just gives me a 2/2 that deals with 2 of those. Oh, sure. I do have a Soul Mirror. Am I playing the Soul Mirror? They're only 3/3s. But I have Hysteria, I have Maw. I have to trade off my board to Soul Mirror. If I just play Ogremancer, my opponent goes attack, attack, hero power, attack, attack, attack. I don't know. I don't feel great about this. But even if my opponent goes hero power develop, I have a couple of removal things, and then I can do something along with it, hopefully.
Whoops.
Love to see it. Raise Dead is really good here. I have a really good pool of minions to hit. Oh, yeah, I actually didn't have a very good pool. My mistake. So I don't think my opponent's played anything that generates minions. So I'm not really in love with playing the Watch Post. Let's just go for this. I think the opponent overdraws here. It's really hard to imagine Sprint being their best play, but maybe it was.
Whoops.
Wow, my opponent's getting some stinkers. But okay, they corrupt their ring toss. No more Flame Ward in Standard. No Vaporize either. So I think attacking face, at worst, gives my opponent 8 armor. Really. So it's probably, could be like Rigged Fair Game, which would be kind of a bad pick here, I would think. Although I guess next turn it would be pretty easy for them to get something out of it. I'm just not going to play a minion because I think this Ogremancer is going to summon 2. But yeah, the secret's like Rigged Fair Game, Counterspell, Netherwind Portal. Could be Mirror Entity, I guess. I don't know, none of those seem great. It's probably like Counterspell, Netherwind Portal. Okay, that's a heck of a 7. I do have a Maw of Cthulhu for that though, so... Oh, also, I'm pretty sure my opponent's just dead here most of the time.
Whoops.
I can't be him with the Maw of Cthulhu because Netherwind Portal could do something silly. Unfortunate. Alright, well, I think we sufficiently bullied that mage. Alright, so I ended up playing 11 games with this deck. I went 6-5, 55% win rate, but more importantly, we went 4-2 against Mage, which is what we were hoping for. We kill the mages 67% of the time. So the deck accomplished its goal. But I did make a couple changes to the deck, I think. Originally, I was playing 2 Morshan Watchpost, 1 Scorpid. I decided to flip that and go 2 Scorpid. Because the Morshan Watchpost, like, it's good in other matchups, but it's really terrible against Mage. And Mage was 6 of my 11 matchups, so probably don't need a card that's not that good in that matchup. And then I made one more change. I think I cut a Wand Maker for a Malagos. I like the Malagos a lot, It gives a lot of refill to a deck that can run out of cards a lot. But don't know that I really loved cutting the Wand Maker. There are probably some other changes we can make to this deck. I just kind of put in the rallies because I was playing, you know, 1s, 2s, and 3s, and the watch posts are kind of nasty. But particularly without liking the Morshan watch post that much, the rally seems a little bit low impact, I would say. I also wasn't super in love with Cthulhu, but I think the addition of Malagos makes Cthulhu quite a bit better, so I think I would continue playing Cthulhu for now. It's a pretty reasonable amount of late game here. Other than that, I think I liked most of the deck, though. So I'd probably just, like, cut the rallies, maybe go for another Wand Maker. And then the last card could be another Watch Post, or we could even cut the Watch Post. Maybe just play, like, some big value thing. Alex Straza, or maybe throw in Ysera for a little bit more late game. Of course, cutting the rallies does make Cargill quite a bit worse, but we still play 5 Watch Posts. We play 2 Raised Dead, I think it's probably fine. So yeah, something like this seems like it could be pretty reasonable. There's also like a ton of priest spells that could potentially be playable. Maybe something to support Xyrella a little bit more. If I wanted to support Xyrella, I think I would play Devouring Plague. I like this card a lot. Seemed like it got some kind of bad reviews, but I like it quite a bit. So maybe like that goes over the Watch Post. Or maybe in place of the Ysera. But yeah, something like this seems pretty good. It did well in the matchup that I was aiming for. And what was my win rate outside of Mage? Yeah, not so good outside of Mage, but it did good against Mage. And that's what we were going for.